I'm Taryn, this is Logan, and this is Max. Our life rarely goes as planned, and this story is no different. But we are determined to rebuild our beautiful steel boat, even stronger than she was before. And we're bringing you along with us. So Logan is digging a hole so that we can drop the rudder, because we need to do a bunch of work to the rudder. A couple of months ago, we went to put the rudder back in the boat after we had dropped it for some repairs, but we discovered that it wouldn't go back in.
The whole f***ing Skeg's moved.
Oh no. After a lot of pounding and heat and whatever else, we thought we had fixed it, but apparently we were wrong. So here we are on attempt number 2 to get this thing straightened out. What ended up happening was that Logan went to put a seal back in the rudder shaft, and the seal wouldn't go in because the rudder wasn't in there straight, which means that our skeg is still not straight. So we've got to mess around with the skeg, but we also have to pull the whole rudder out because the shaft needs some work. So we're doing that before we even get to the point of messing around with the skeg. So that's why we have a giant hole. Right?
Yep. And I'm standing here waiting.
For what? For
You.
me to stop talking?
I need you on the come along.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, see, it's been rubbing on the back here. That's...
from before we messed with it.
So now that we have the rudder out, we need to check the alignment through all 3 bushings. And to do that, I'm going to make a plug out of this piece of wood that fits inside the top rudder bushing, I guess. And then drill a hole in the center and slide this laser inside it. And then we should be able to measure off that laser, and that should give us an idea. Well, that should tell us where center is and see what has moved and what hasn't moved and if we need to change anything.
So what's the issue right now that you found?
The issue is when I went to put the seal in, that sits in the bushing that goes between the, like that goes through the hull, it was off-centered, and I think it's because we have something out, but to know for sure, we are gonna do this and then make the adjustments that we need to make.
Fun
Instead of
times.
guessing, because that's not fun.
What you doing there, sir baby dog? Are you napping?
I don't think it's moved front to back, it's just side to side. Through this bushing anyway, and then we have to take and put it in this bushing facing upwards and spin it around and see if it lines up with the upper bushing.
So this is your new circle?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can see, like, forward to back, it's pretty much like
Centered.
centered. Side to side, it is off by half an inch or 3/4 of an inch. It's off by probably 3/4 of an inch.
It's a lot.
It's not great.
I mean, it's also over like quite a distance. So it probably doesn't have to move very much up here to get it in the right place down here.
No, not at all. But basically, because the laser's not in the center of the pointer,
Right.
which is so annoying. So we have to, like, I have a plug that fits inside the hole. I have a machine hole for the laser to fit into, and I have to spin it like this to find the circle and then find the center, which is so dumb. Like, why wouldn't they put the laser in the center?
I don't know, it's very weird.
Anyways, so that's the issue that we're having, but we can measure it by making a circle, finding the center of the circle, and then eventually we will hang the laser so that it points to the center. And I have some custom shim material on there.
Also known as electrical tape.
So yeah, like, I will probably take and point it like that and jam something in there to keep it there. And you can see it's off half the width of the shaft. So this is about center right now.
So today is going to be interesting. We've come to the conclusion that the only way that we're going to be able to actually get this skeg to the place that we need it is by cutting part of the welds and moving it and then re-welding it. Which, I mean, obviously we've done this a lot already on this project, but this one is a bit more complicated because of the shape of the skeg. It doesn't have to move very much at the top to get to where we need it to be at the bottom, but we just can't pull it back without cutting it. So Logan's actually going to air arc out the weld, which means that he's essentially using the welder with a fancy rod that blows air as it melts and then actually like physically blows the metal out. So it's a pretty cool process, but it's also stressful because there's a high potential of fire. That bushing that we have that holds the actual rudder in place, it has a bunch of grease around it, so I'm worried that the grease is going to light on fire. So what I'm getting at is there's a lot of stresses that goes along with doing this, and then we gotta hope that we can actually get the rudder back in place without warping a bunch of other stuff. This is the weld that's going to be air arced out, so Logan's actually ground out quite a bit of it already.
I just took the paint off.
Did you? It looks like you ground it.
Nope, just took the paint off. It's got to be clean, otherwise I can't arc it.
Okay, so that's the weld that he's taking out. Man, oh man. So now I'm just really hoping that that grease does not light on fire. Because he's welding right under there, or air arcing right under there, but on this side. Stress, man. Stress. Good move. It's pretty damn close to center now. But one side wasn't enough to move it as far as we needed, so the other side had to be taken off too. Get in there. Yes! Now you're too far over. And we were so lucky that around this time we had a couple of people show up to help.
I'm Terry Hamilton. I'm a retired chiropractor. It's my husband Dennis Small.
I don't talk.
That's a lie. We all will know that's a lie soon. Yeah, anyway, we live on
I retired from the state as a bureaucrat for the state of Montana.
A bureaucrat to save Montana?
Bureaucrat for the state of Montana.
We recently moved onto our 44-foot Bruce Roberts steel, which is why we've been watching Taryn and Logan. Fortunately, we only had to cut out 1 meter out of our hull. We didn't have the nightmare that they've had, so that's good.
Anyway, yeah, so we've been following you guys for a couple of years, and back when you had the cord boat, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're happy to be here and happy to do whatever you need, the non-glamorous work especially.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hi.
We felt so blessed to have these two helping us for a couple of days. They really helped us to get things moving along and closer to sandblasting.
Oh, we're about to see whether our fix has actually fixed anything.
No pressure, no stress. It's just your average day at the boat.
This thing is centered right now. I'm afraid to cut these legs away.
There's a bunch of water in there.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to keep this bushing cool.
Yeah.
It got a little bit melted, but it'll be fine. We're like, I don't even know what you would call that, 1/8 of an inch over 4.5 feet
Yeah.
forward, but it's dead center, like side to side, which I'm so happy about. But I'll get you to look at the weld and see what you think. See if there's any flaws anywhere. Probably grab a flashlight and have a really good close look. Like I blew through, there was a big hole and I had to fill
Yeah.
it.
I thought that would happen with how much material is taken out of it in spot.
So I only have 2 passes. Like I did a pass and then I ground it out basically.
Yeah.
And then I did a pass over top and a pass underneath. Or vice versa, pass underneath first.
This little guy, little lady, is named Maxie. Maxie? Hello! Hi! And there's Max. We got Max and Maxie. What do you guys think?
We're just,
I have nothing but confidence in Logan
I
and you.
got my fingers crossed. That's it. Those are big straps holding that thing in place.
Yeah, but those are going away.
I know.
That's temporary.
Why my fingers are crossed.
The well looks beautiful.
You're either gonna leave here having more confidence and faith in the fact that you have a steel boat, or the opposite.
No,
this is the time. To
everything we have watched you guys do, we absolutely have more confidence that we have a steel boat.
And we've run aground a couple of times, so we know. Oh, I'm sorry.
You weren't supposed to tell the internet that part. Hey, there's 3 kinds of sailors: those that have run aground, those who lie about whether or not they've run aground, and those who are going to. We
got it out of the way. Right,
we're the 4th kind that are going to be perfect forever.
Are you now?
I hope so.
Good. Good luck on that.
In denial.
Yeah, exactly. Or then that's the 4th kind in denial.
Say it's
right?
not just a river in Egypt. Is
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Right.
Man, time will tell in a second here. Yeah, I got to put the earplugs on. Whoa! Did it move? I don't think so. Yeah, we moved a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot better than it was, though. So we're off by 1/4 of an inch right now.
Yeah. So we pulled it 1/2 inch. I don't know if we're gonna worry about that.
No, that might be enough, hey? The only way to really tell is to stick the rudder back in with that seal and see if it goes in.
I think 1/4 inch is gonna be good enough, because I guess we'll have to check that upper bushing as well and make sure that they're all in the same plane instead of it doing one of these.
Yeah.
Because if it's all in the same plane, then I'm not too worried about it. Plus, this isn't exactly the best way to measure things.
True. Definitely a lot better than it was. 1/2 inch is a big change.
Yeah, I think that's as good as we're gonna get it.
What do you guys think?
I think it's impressive to move that kind of a massive piece of steel even
I think it's
any bit. So
moving it that much, that should make a big difference in friction.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, looks great.
It looks really good.
That was kind of a weird ping.
Yeah, that happens often. That's how
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
that it
just
moved.
That's a scary noise.
Under load
Yeah.
or under tension.
It's a very common sound around here, unfortunately.
Ah!
So this morning we're going to try to get that rudder back into the boat to make sure that all the work that we did yesterday and the day before was actually for something, and that we didn't mess things up worse. So Logan's just up top getting rid of all the grease that's left in there, and we've still got these 2 with us.
Yeah, they can't get rid of us. They feed us too well.
Yeah, I made them a tasty breakfast this morning.
So
delicious.
tasty. And the foraged food, yay!
Yeah, and pickles. And Logan's up
Yeah.
there right now.
Yeah. Thanks, May. I had some of your asparagus.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
some of your sea asparagus.
Oh, it was delicious.
Awesome.
When I was a kid in Washington, there's no way you would have got me to eat that stuff, but it is wonderful.
Converted you. This guy has got to go back in there, and then hopefully it goes back in there properly. And then we can call this a job well enough done.
Well enough.
And move on with our lives. On to the next thing, which hopefully is putting the arch back up. But as you guys know from watching our videos, I say that we're going to do one thing, and then something else completely different gets done. So that's the plan as of 10 a.m. this morning, but we'll see how it goes as the day progresses. So the 3 of them are down below, and I got to try to guide this shaft back up through here and make sure that it goes through that seal, and then back up through that one.
Okay, move.
Holy shit, we're through!
Through
the seal?
Yep. There you go, all the way through. Woo! Yay!
Hey. Wow. He's smiling. Logan's smiling.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a hard-earned smile right there.
Are we coming up into that bush again?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, keep going a little bit. Stop. Oh, we're too far. It's too far aft.
Too far.
Aft?
Like you have to pull the rudder aft because
Yep.
the shaft is aft.
How's
okay.
that?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Are we in?
Yeah.
I'm almost at the end of my...
Ah!
Nice.
You alright up there?
Yeah, you're all good.
It's still binds on one side, but it's
Very in.
in the back.
Awesome.
Oh. Yeah. Stand down. I think that's all of them.
Holy schmoly, guys, look at this. Ah! What do you think, little dog? What do you think, little Maxie?
You had a lot to do with it, didn't you?
Yeah, she was helpful.
Watch this.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Pretty
Ah.
easy.
Oh, there's a little bit. You can feel that.
There always is on
And
that
it's just,
side.
it really is.
It's just the paint.
Yeah.
So we put all that effort into putting it in, and now it's just going to come right back out.
It was a dry fit. It's all good.
It was a dry fit. We won.
Yeah, I took the grease out. It was really dry.
Yeah, it was. It was very loud going through that time.
Was it?
Yeah, because there's no grease. It was like bouncing around instead of the grease
Oh,
absorbing
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Let's drop this thing again. So for all of you who were wondering how we were going to fix the Skeg, there it is. Extra big shout out to Dennis and Terry for coming to help us. We really appreciate you guys. And another big shout out to the rest of our patrons for helping to contribute to this project in the ways that you do. Thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and commenting, and please subscribe if you haven't already. These things really help us to grow our channel. Join us next week to see if we actually get that arch up on the boat or if we switch to another project entirely.